Be less serious. Relax.
Be less serious. Relax. Have fun. Be less serious. Relax. Have fun. Be less serious. Relax. Have fun.
Odds of War is now a meditation and hypnosis channel.
Welcome back to Odds of War. I'm Matt.
I'm Carly.
And today we have a fun battle report of the Genestealer Cult versus the Adeptus Mechanicus. Today on Odds of War, the cult of the Fanged Shadow have been pursued relentlessly by the members of Kill Team Beta Epsilon Epsilon Pi. Their communications frequencies jammed, their only recourse is to punch through the Adeptus Mechanicus lines and escape through the sewers. Taser codes calibrated to permitted levels. Running execution protocols.
Brothers, the hounds of the oppressors are upon us. Fear not, for we have a plan generations in the making. And we will live to see the Star God's justice.
So this was the first game that we played together on the channel.
Yeah, and ever.
And ever.
Yeah.
And that's because these are the two original armies in the Kill Team starter box.
It's a Kill Team starter set special.
Yeah,
There we
except
go.
for that these are now expanded beyond
They've
what was in
received
the original.
reinforcements.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, most of both of these kill teams are not what comes in the original starter set. They just have a smattering of what's in there.
Yeah.
So there will be timestamps in the description below and in the comments for those of you on mobiles to skip straight to the bat if you don't like hearing about the lists. I'll go first.
Okay.
So today for the
Cult Stealers.
Genestealers, that's the word.
Oh.
I was having a hard blank.
The stealing genes.
Is
that like
they steal your pants?
That's what I was gonna say. The sisterhood, the brotherhood of the traveling pants.
Yeah, the brotherhood of
the brotherhood of the traveling genes.
Yeah.
Of the stealing of
stealing. The
Wait,
brotherhood
there we
of the
go. We're gonna
stealing-
get there eventually.
The brotherhood
of the
stolen
stolen genes.
genes. Yeah.
Wait, what's the acronym for that?
Brotherhood of
BSJ, the
stolen
BSJ.
genes. Yeah, the BSJ is
The
here.
BSJ, the Brotherhood of the Stolen Genes.
It's the cult of the
together.
Fanged Shadow. That's my thing. The Fanged Shadow. The Fanged Shadow. They're back, led as always by
Your Kraus.
yes, Yorl Kraus, the intrepid Yorl Kraus, might
That's
I
right.
add.
I forgot his title is very
Yeah,
important.
he's got a bolt pistol and a power pick. He's killed or gravely wounded a large number of people. He's a legend, and he's back again today to lead the cults to victory this time,
Always
hopefully.
important to talk about. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, your guys look really cool. I know that you're about to go into that, but they look really cool.
Yeah, they look good, except this guy, he's got a bent antenna.
Oh, well,
But that's
I didn't
all
even
right.
notice that.
That's all
He
right.
just wants to make sure to get all the
Yeah, he's just
extra
angling it to
intel.
like... So joining Yorl Kraus, the leader, is of course our Zealot specialist Xanthan. He's a Metamorph leader with a Bonesword, and he's got the Rending Claw and the Metamorph Talon and all that. Zealot specialist, so he'll be dangerous, wounding you on twos. So watch out for that.
Did you say that you named him Xanthan?
Xanthan.
With like xanthan gum, like
Xanthan
he's
gum.
sticky, like his.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going
Xanthan
for?
gum. Well, and then I've got my combat specialist here, Gwar.
Oh.
Gwar gum. So there you go. So there's a little theme happening. It's not. It doesn't stick always, but you know. Then there's for the heavy. Oh yeah. So the combat specialist Gwar, he's got a heavy rock drill. Then we've got the heavy specialist, Yorl Kraus's ever stalwart brother Rouse. Rouse Kraus.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
That's the specialists. So dropping down to non-specialists, we've got a bevy non-specialists. First off, we've got a Neophyte gunner with a heavy stubber. Why not?
Heavy stubber. Oh,
Yeah, they're not orcs.
no.
They don't.
It's just a heavy stubber.
It's
this
a heavy
time.
stubber. They enunciate.
Okay, I see.
Enunciation is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. Or that's what it is, diction. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. So then we've got a hybrid Metamorph with the Cult Icon. The Cult Icon is going to allow me to reroll ones in the fight phase. To hit. Reroll ones to hit in the fight phase. Then we've got the Anvil, because he's the toughest thing on the team.
Yeah, he's a cool looking guy.
He's an Aberrant. He's going to have a power pick today. Then we've got a Acolyte Fighter with a Autopistol, and then he's got Demolition charges. Maybe today is the day. I've brought him in like every single Genestealer kill team because the Demolition charges are really cool. They're really dangerous.
Just like that same bunch of dynamite that he's just been holding on to for like years.
It never goes off. He either dies before he gets to throw them, or he throws them and they don't explode.
So when the moment finally comes, he's just really gonna be
my
really
gosh.
sad. He's gonna just be like, "What? I've become accustomed to
To
my
holding
hand.
on to them."
My hand feels so empty."
Man, I don't know, maybe. One day, it's going to be amazing, though, because he's just going to one-shot something with him. He's just going to and just blow up a whole bunch of stuff. And it's going to be epic, and I can't wait for it. Maybe today's the day.
Maybe.
But probably not.
Oh, I don't know. Confidence is key.
And then rounding out the list, the kill team, are 2 Neophytes with shotguns. The Cult Creed that we're going to be playing today for the Fang Shadow is the Twisted Helix. So they get to, when they advance, they add 2 to the result. So they're really fast when they advance.
Okay.
And then they +1 to their strength. So even the lowly Neophytes are strength 4, which is very nice.
All right.
So Carly, tell us about the Adeptus Mechanicus, kill team Beta Epsilon Epsilon Pi, or Beep.
Yes. Beep, beep. Yep. Well, I have these infiltrators today.
Yeah.
Instead of
a whole group of them.
Or I guess the other way you can build a box are rust stalkers.
Yeah.
But these are technically the
infiltrators.
infiltrators side of the coin. But first we'll start with my my Vanguard leader, who is going to be having his power sword, melee power sword, and then an arc pistol. Okay.
Ooh.
And then these are my 3 other specialists. Here is my Zealot, this guy. Princeps of my infiltrators. He's got a taser goad as his melee weapon, and he's got a freshetta. No, I'm sorry.
He just shoots
we
pizzas.
We were talking about that, and I was like, well, I couldn't remember freshette. That's not even what it is.
Flechette.
Flechette. And I'm like, freshetta, and I was like, yeah. It'd be cool,
or
like just do
think
the
that
Teenage Mutant Adeptus Mechanicus.
There you go. Or think
Shooting
of it
pizzas.
that he's gonna put his pistol in the toilet and flechette it away.
Oh God. Just as enemies are down the drain. And
That's better. Yeah, he flushes his enemies down the drain with his flechette.
Yeah. Either one is good. And then we've got our, and did I say he's my Zealot? I don't think I said that he's my Zealot, though.
Filled with religious fervor.
Yes. And then I have my Ranger, who is going to be my sniper because he has that arc rifle.
He's the hot shot of the team.
So I can often, up his ante.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. And then here is my combat specialist infiltrator with his little taser goad and flechette.
Oh, there it is.
Thing. And then gun. with his flechette.
His thing. His pizza pistol.
Gun thingy. And then we've got the little backup crew that's going to do all the heavy lifting, or at least just you know,
they'll do something.
They'll do something,
Yeah.
and you know, those taser goads are pretty cool. Those taser goads are.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about the taser goad
yeah.
because all of your infiltrators are base strength 4. And the taser goad is +2 strength, so they're all strength 6. So you're packing a bunch of strength 6 in your list against an almost entirely toughness 3 kill team. So.
Yeah. And
Speaking of,
and on top of that,
your Forge World
yeah,
Dogma.
my Forge World Dogma is going to be the Ryza, which gives me rerolls on 1 for the wound rolls.
Yeah,
so,
in the fight phase. So you'll be wounding on 2s, rerolling 1s. So
on
as long
1,
as you
so
hit,
basically, I'm constantly bringing the pain.
Yeah, I just had a thought. So you've got Freshette blasters with the self-rising crust.
Oh my gosh. I have to hide my face on this.
That bad? Anyway, if you haven't tuned away from that, we've got the battle report coming up next.
I'm hungry now. Are you hungry?
The mission that we're going to be doing today is a Genestealer Cult themed mission, The Purge. So the last time that we saw the AdMech kill team beep against the Cult of the Fanged Shadow, you can actually see that battle report right there. The AdMech were hunting them down, and now they've obviously cornered them, and it's somewhat of the Fanged Shadow's last chance to escape from these hounds, as it were. So we'll explain the mission when we get into it. But before we do that, make sure to, if you want to see these videos in your feed every week, which, by the way, sorry we missed last week. It's just life and this situation that is sweeping the world. So if you want to see our videos in your feed every week, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like what you see, make sure to hit the like button. Let us know down in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like. If we made any rules mistakes, of course, the first person to point out that gets 10 internet points. The second person to point out a different internet or a different rules mistakes gets 5 internet points, and no internet points for anybody else.
Which you can always cash in for internet pizza that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist yet. For those of you wondering, we'll be announcing the winners of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway soon. It's just that currently with the climate, we're not really comfortable shipping things out to you guys, and mostly you shouldn't be comfortable receiving things
so
for the most part. So soon, it's going to happen. Just be patient with us on that. And with no further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in the scouting phase here. Carly, with the Adeptus Mechanicus, has picked take forward positions, but the Genestealer Cults have picked plant traps. So just really quick to show off, I rolled the D3, rolled a 3 on the number of things trapped. So the items I'm going to trap are this piece, and this piece. All right, we are all set up for this game of The Purging, the Genestealer Cult of the Fanged Shadow, deployed on a wide front here, hoping to split the Adeptus Mechanicus forces down the center, maybe, perhaps. That doesn't make sense. Split down the center on a wide front. No. Anyway, then for the Adeptus Mechanicus, they're deployed heavily on this flank here with their sniper specialist holding down this flank. You'll notice they're looking a little thin on the ground. That's because 3 of the infiltrators are set up in reserves.
To infiltrate.
To infiltrate, if you will. So we'll probably see them arrive at the end of the movement phase. Just to go over the mission really quick for you, it's The Purging. This is out of the Kill Team Manual 2019. It's a Genestealer Cult themed mission in which my deployment zone is basically this line back here. The AdMech deployment zone was sort of like this little box here across the way. And then you'll notice 2 objective markers set up at this end. Basically, the Genestealer Cults have to escape. They've been hounded, hunted down by Kill Team Beta, Epsilon, Pi, or Beep, if you will. And now they're trying to make an escape. So I have to make my way across the table and end a move within range of one of these objectives, and then I can remove that model from the table and they count as having escaped, at which point I'll score 2 points for every model that has escaped by the end of the game. And the AdMech will score 1 point for each model they take out of action, and I think 3 points if it's my leader. I'm sorry, no, 2 points if my leader. So if you take Yorl Kraus, he's hidden over here. If you take him out of action, it's 2 points. Everybody else is 1 point. And we'll tally that up at the end of the game. There are a couple mission-specific tactics that we'll go over really quick. The attackers, which is the AdMech, they get basically at the start of a battle round, they can pick an objective marker they're within 2 inches of, and I can't escape through it. And then covering fire for the Genestealer Cults, basically if I have somebody who has escaped, I can spend 2 CP and have them shoot from the objective marker, basically. And that's really it. It's the standard 4-turn game and then a variable 5 or 6 turns. So we'll see if the Genestealers can come out on top. As we've seen, we mentioned scouting phase. I trapped. I won't point at them again because now Carly's looking. But you know, we did trap a couple items. The AdMech chose take forward positions. So we need to resolve that, and we need to resolve my cult ambushes. All right, we've resolved cult ambush and take forward positions. For take forward positions, you'll see our infiltrator and our princeps here, our combat and zealot. They've moved up into this middle passageway here. Cult ambush, pretty horrible. Basically, Gwar moved up through here, and then Yorl Kraus moved up across the way here. Everybody else on the Genestealer Cults failed their ambush, which is really unfortunate. But that's how the dice go sometimes. So with that, we're now set up for this game of the Purging, and we'll go into initiative for round 1. Genestealer Cults for initiative, roll a 5 and an 8 Ooh. From the AdMech. So the AdMech have initiative here. We'll go ahead and take their movements, and we'll come right back. All right, the movement phase for the AdMech is over. Carly, tell us what you did.
All right, so since I only have 4 guys on the table at the moment, I moved my leader back here because you kind of have this crazy clump over here, and I don't want him to die early on in the shooting phase. Since he only has 1 wound.
Right.
My 2 guys here, I decided to diverge paths here, and I went after your leader, Yorl Kraus, charged him in.
Now, this charge, you needed a CP reroll to make.
Yeah, I did.
Because of going through this difficult terrain.
Yeah, it got difficult terrain, so I needed a 7, and I got a 6. So fun times, and then I rerolled, and I got a 9.
Yeah, rerolled into a 9, though, so plenty of movement to get there. So this is spicy for Yorl Kraus because, you know, he's been here before, and he's killed many a man. So we'll see if he can kill the machine this time.
It's a risky proposition.
Yes.
And then my other guy, that one's my... That one is my
zealot.
My zealot over there. Yeah. He went to charge in as well. He only had to make 4 inches, and he got 4 inches.
Just barely made it. Yeah.
So, and then I guess that puts him just barely into charging.
So he is just within an inch. So he is charged, but he's also within range of my trap. So you've activated my trap now, and so I'll roll a d6, and on a 1, you take a mortal wound. No.
Ooh.
Okay. But now, forevermore, this and an inch out from it is dangerous terrain for you.
Okay.
And so moving within it will cause more dangerous terrain tests where you might take more mortal wounds.
Okay. All right.
All right. And then so that's it then for the Adeptus Mechanicus. We're going to go ahead and do Genestealer Cult movement, and then we'll be back with the shooting phase. All right, we've finished the Genestealer Cult movement phase. Just to go over it really quickly. This shotgun-wielding Neophyte advanced across here. Rolled a pretty good advance, but got stuffed up a bit by the difficult terrain here, so he's only made it so far. Our Neophyte that was up here rolled an insane advance and made it all the way down this way, now with nice, juicy line of sight onto the leader. Xanthan, seeing his compatriot Yorl Kraus in trouble, has charged up this way into combat. The Anvil also trying to support, charged, but rolled Snake Eyes, so he's just going to be there. Rouse Kraus readied up, looking for any sort of incoming flankers, infiltrators as it were. And then our Bannerman advanced up this way just to get in range to provide his banner aura. And then our Demolition Charge guy, he advanced up this way. So he won't be throwing his grenades this round, but there you go. There you have it. And then lastly, our Heavy Stubber also readied up over here. Now that's it for the Genestealer Cult, and at the end of the movement phase, another CP was spent by the Adeptus Mechanicus for infiltrators, and we dropped in our 3 infiltrators here, ready to unleash their Flechette blasters, their Freshetta blasters, sending some pizza express delivery to the Cult of the Fanged Shadow. All right, and with that, we'll head on into the shooting phase. It's the shooting phase, and we're starting off with readied models, and of course the player with initiative. So our sniper specialist readies the arc rifle. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention it there. We did do our canticle at the start of the round. It was Shroud Psalm. I think that surprises no one, as it's like the automatic, it's the automatic turn one
to start
canticle. With. Yeah, which is why we forgot to mention it. So there you go. So you can delete your comments. Delete them. All right. Sniper specialist. The arc rifle crackles to life. And where, oh, where is this sniper shooting?
He is, I think, probably best to go after this guy.
Firing straight into the advancing Neophyte. Yeah. You can see his gun poking out from the ruin. So that's going to be unobscured, and that's definitely within 12 inches. So that's 2 shots. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, because it is your sniper. That's 2 hits. Ooh, brutal.
Just barely.
All right, so that is a strength 6 gun, the arc rifle. People poo-poo on it, but I quite like it a lot. So that's a toughness 3 Neophyte, so this is going to be 2s to wound. Oh, that's 2 wounds. These are AP -1, so we're looking for 6s to save this Neophyte. Ooh. Oh, we don't save a single one. So it's going to go to the injury roll. So that's 1 die looking for a 4-up. Oh, it's just a flesh wound. Very nice. He survives, meaning that he will get to fire. So now it goes over to the Genestealer Cult. We've got 2 readied models. One is Rouse Kraus. One is our Heavy Stubber. The Heavy Stubber, I think we need to address this. Arc rifle over here. So I'm going to fire across. Now it's going to be hitting on 6s. Ballistic skill 4-up for the Neophytes, but you are obscured, and Shroud Psalm is at least a -2. We're not even going to check range because it's 36. We don't need about the half. 3 shots for the Heavy Stubber, I believe, hitting on 6s. Ooh, that's 1 hit. It's a strength 4 gun, so 3s to wound. No wound. Ouch. All right, it's Rouse Kraus's time to shine. Time for him to show off exactly why he is the noted heavy specialist of the team. Rouse Kraus fires. You can hear the seismic cannon whirring to life. We're going to fire our long wave profile, so 4 shots here across to this infiltrator. These are going to be hitting on 4s thanks to within half range and unobscured. It's 2 hits. Okay.
That guy wasn't sure.
Yeah, he was just like, man, I'm having a good time. I'm just dancing. Just dancing. All right, so now that's a strength 3 on the long wave profile to toughness 3. So these are going to be 4s to wound, but 6s have additional AP. Okay, so 2 wounds, but no AP, so 2 4-up saves for the infiltrators.
Yikes.
Oh, makes them both. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. That's pretty bad for the Genestealer Cults. Things are looking a bit dire, but that's okay. We're going to go down to non-readied models now, starting off with the Ad Mech. So who would you like to fire next, Carly?
I think I'd like to take a quick over the shoulder, like, whoa! Oh. All right, let's try this again. Ready? Okay.
He
no.
whips around.
He whips
Yep.
around. That's why his cloak is flaring back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He goes, "What's that back there? That man."
I love it. I love
And
it.
he's gonna fire
his arc pistol.
His arc pistol, which I think
It's a single shot.
In
Let's
range,
see.
right?
So he is definitely within range. Is he within half range? He is. Okay, so it's just going to be a single shot hitting on a 3-up.
Single shot, he can do it.
He hits
Ooh,
just barely.
okay.
All right, now again, the arc fire is strength 6 to toughness 3, so it's going to be a 2 to wound here.
Boy.
Oh, he gets the wound.
Man, I'm
Can
rolling
this
threes.
Neophyte save on a 6? No.
very
Oh, so
close,
it's injury
though.
roll time.
Very close.
Single, looking for a 4-up. Oh, it's just a flesh wound again. Oh, this is huge. Okay, now we drop back to the Genestealer Cults. We don't have really much firepower to speak of left. What we're going to do, I think, next is... You know what, actually, because I don't think that one Neophyte is long for this world. Yeah. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, at this point, I'm going to fire my shotgun into your leader, because... Let's be honest, he's probably dead soon. So, 2 shots, because it's a shotgun. Hitting on 6s, because the flesh wound and advancing. No, nothing. All right, so he's fired. So back to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Kill Team Beep. Okay. All that we have left now is a range of flechette blasters here in the center.
Yeah.
So who are we firing?
So let's just go ahead and see if we can finish this guy off.
So we're firing...
Yeah, because he's just sort of, he's maimed, so why
Right.
not just go ahead and get him out of his misery,
Okay,
right?
okay, so that's going to be 5 shots. Ooh, hitting on 3s. Oh, it's pretty good. It's 4 hits. Now, the flechette blaster, luckily pizzas are only strength 3, so it's going to be 4s to wound here. Oh, it's only 2 wounds. Okay, we do get our full armor save here. 5 ups. Oh, we make one, but we fail one. Okay, so you get a single injury roll. This time looking for a 3-up because of that flesh wound, and he's out of action. Ouch. So that is, in fact, a point for the Adeptus Mechanicus. All right, so next up, we're going to fire a Autopistol here from my banner bearer, and he's just going to fire off into this infiltrator right here. It's just going to be 1 shot. We're going to be hitting on a 5-up, and we fail. Ouch. Because we're just out of half range. Unobscured, but outside of half range. So that is, back to the AdMech. It's looking real dire for the Genestealer Cults. We're going to have to make up the difference in the fight phase. Which infiltrator is firing next, Carly?
I think, yeah, I'm going to go this guy there.
Ooh, across the way into here. Okay, so that's going to be 5 shots. That's within half range and unobscured. Whew, I hope he can survive. He hasn't gotten to throw his bombs yet.
Oh, man.
All right, 5 shots hitting on 3s.
He's just going to keep hanging on to this dynamite forever.
I guess he will. Oh, it's 4 hits. Okay, wounding on 4s here, though. We need you to whiff this one, because I really want to throw those grenades next turn.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's no wounds.
Oh, my God.
He's destined to live another turn. All right, then we're back. Actually, yeah, we're back over here to the Genestealer Cults. It's going to be this cheeky little gentleman here. He's going to be firing up at the sniper. It's 2 shots, hitting on 6s, thanks to Shroud Psalm. Nothing. That's a 5 and a 3. And then the final shots for this shooting phase is going to be this infiltrator into whom?
I'm going to go into the big jolly
The
green
anvil.
giant there.
Okay, going to try to bring down the anvil. This is interesting. 5 shots. That's within half range, unobscured, hitting on 3s. Oh, they all hit.
All hit.
Okay, but here's where it gets spicy because you're wounding on 5s now thanks to his toughness 4. Oh, it's 2 wounds. I need to roll at least 1 5-up here so that I don't die. Oh, he saves them both!
Gosh.
The anvil living up to his namesake, being an absolute beast. Just deep from his chest you hear a rumbling of, "Not today."
Well, his skin is probably green from all that spinach he ate or something, right?
That's
It's
right,
like the
that's
Popeye
right.
of your team.
All right, it is the fight phase here on round 1. We've got a real interesting one because, of course, Ural Kraus is in danger. I am going to be spending 2 CP for Decisive Strike, though, and Ural Kraus will be trying to bring the pain here onto this Infiltrator for his trouble. So Ural Kraus has 2 attacks, and we're going to be hitting on 4s here with those. 2 CP well spent for Ural Kraus to try to survive. With that, we go into the Admech swinging, and you get to attack with one of your infiltrators. Who would you like to swing first?
That over.
Yep. All right, so the Admech are getting ready to swing, and we're swinging with this infiltrator here.
Into your... I'm going to do... I have 3 attacks. I'm going to do 2 into Ural Kraus, and then...
And 1 into Xanthan.
1 into Xanthan, just in case things get lucky. And I
All right, it's the Taser Goad here. Let's see what it can do. So
time to tase.
These are the 2 into Ural Kraus. Oh, that's really bad. So that fails, but then this 6 counts as 2 additional hits. So you've gotten 3 hits now. So 3 dice. So the Taser Goad makes your combat specialist strength 6. So this is 2s to wound Ural Kraus, and because you're Ryza, you're going to be re-rolling 1s, but you don't even need it. That's 3 wounds. Thankfully, there's no AP on these, so Ural Kraus does get his full 5-up saves, which he doesn't pass any. Ouch. So it's going to go to the injury roll. So a single die looking for a 4-up to take Ural Kraus out of action. Oh, he's out. He's gone. Ouch. That does put the Admech at 3 points currently.
Ooh, this is
all right,
rough.
so now, well, it's my turn to swing back. So Xanthan is going to swing. He's got 4 attack space plus 1 for being a Zealot. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Oh, I guess I should film that, huh? So that is 3 hits there. Okay. Now he's normally, I'm swinging with his Bonesword, I should say. All right, so that was 3 hits there. Now, because I'm Twisted Helix and a Zealot specialist, I will be wounding on 2s against this guy here. So that's pretty nice. So 2s. Okay, there we go. 3 saves now are required. Your save is 4-up, but the Bonesword is minus 2 AP, so 6s to save here. Doesn't make a single 1. Ouch. That's damage 1, so that takes 3 wounds off you. You only have 2, so an injury roll. I claim the blood back. No, it's just a flesh wound. Oh, that's not good. Things are looking real bad for the Genestealer Cults now.
Because
all right.
now he's going to retaliate with that last...
Oof, he certainly can.
Yeah.
All right, and then now we go over here to this combat. It is the Zealot Specialist from the Admech into Gwar. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself because Ural Kraus died. I got all flustered. So you can go ahead and swing on him.
All right.
There's going to be no minus because his attacks haven't even happened yet.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe I was supposed to go afterwards.
Yeah, no, that's my fault. I just got excited because Ural Kraus died. So
you mean you got?
So your one attack hitting on a 3 here. Okay, it fails. There we go.
Right.
So the dice gods willed it. The 4-armed emperor willed it, I say.
All right, everything's okay.
Okay, so we go over here now. Your Zealot Specialist from the Admech into Gwar. He probably won't survive. Okay. But let's see. So you're going to have 3 attacks here because you have charged. Or I'm sorry, 4 attacks because that's the Princeps. Gets an extra attack anyway. Now 4 attacks hitting on 3s. Oh, they've all hit. That's really bad for the... any 6s in there?
No.
No 6s, okay. Whew, thank goodness. All right, 2s to wound, rerolling 1s. Reroll the 1. Oh, God. Okay, it's 4 wounds now. 4 5-up saves. Oh, it's not even close to a good effort. So 1 injury roll there for you on a 4-up. You take him out. Okay, it's just a flesh wound. Thank goodness. Whew. Maybe I can actually kill something back. Now it's my attacks back. I get 3 attacks. These are hitting on 3s. Oh, it's 3 hits. These are wounding on 2s. It's 3 wounds. This is AP minus 1 or 2. AP minus 3. Okay, so you're looking at a 6-up save here because of bionics, thanks to the Admech's rules. Oh, saves 1, but 2 go through. Okay, so now they're 1 damage a pop. So I do go to your injury roll now. And you're out of action. Boom. Okay. Whew. Scary stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take his consolidate here. I don't know if I really want to get that much closer, but hey, there you have it. All right, so that is it for the fight phase. Current standings, Admech are sitting on 3 points with the Genestealer Cults on no points whatsoever. Ouch. So we'll go to the morale phase. In the morale phase, Admech had initiative. They've got 1 out of action and no flesh wounds. I'm sorry, 1 flesh wound. So 2 out of 6, no break check required. We do need to take a nerve check here though. And your Admech, what is your leadership on a infiltrator?
6.
A 6. Okay, so you have a 1 out of action. So yeah, so you could fail here. So you'll need to roll a single die for that guy. On a 5, plus 1 out of action is 6, so you're fine. He passes. For the Genestealer Cults, we've got 2 out of action and 2 with flesh wounds there. So that's 4 of our original 10, so no break check required. And then we will need to do a nerve check here. We'll do for this guy here. He's got a +2 to the roll. We roll a 6, so he is shaken. That's real bad. We don't like that. And then we go over here to Guar. And I was a big idiot and moved him out of 2 inches from that guy, and he's out of 2 inches here. So he's got a +2 to his roll as well. He rolls a 4, 5, 6. He's fine. He passes. So with that, we'll move into initiative for round 2. All right, so before we do our initiative, which canticle did you pick, Carly?
We're going to go for Litany of the Electromancer, since I figure I'm probably going to try to get some more fisticuffs.
Yeah. So we're going to see some more combat this round. So Litany, we'll see if it comes into play in the fight phase coming up. But for now, we'll do our initiative. Genestealer Cults really need this one. And we roll a 6, which is not great. And what about for the Admech? Initiative for the Admech is a 10. Ouch. Okay, so Admech are going to take initiative. All right, so we are just about finished with the movement phase for the Admech in a controlling position this game. Carly, tell us what you did.
Well, I just went ahead and readied my Vanguard Leader and Ranger Sniper, and then 2 of my guys over here successfully charged into their respective closest BJ or B Brotherhood of the
the BSJ, the Brotherhood of the Stolen Genes.
The Stolen Genes.
Yeah.
And so he successfully made it past the
difficult and dangerous terrain. Yeah, did not take any wounds for his trouble.
And this guy more than
he super succeeded.
Of movement to get in. And now I'm gonna charge this guy, but I guess you wanna.
Yeah, so we're just within 6.
Yeah.
And it's likely the only time that he's going to get to fire his grenades at this point.
Big glorious moment
it's true.
Of dynamite.
It's true. So with that being the case, I wanted to make sure to film it. So it's a grenade D6. So I get D6 shots. I get 6 shots.
Oh my gosh.
That's what we like. Now it's 6s. It's 6s to hit. I don't think I have anything that helps me with Overwatch, but you know, there you go. 6s to hit. I just need just 1. Yes. Yes. It's connected. Yes. It's a strength 8. It's a strength 8 bomb. So 2s to wound. Yes. Yes. The bombs.
Finally.
Okay, it's some amount of AP. Go ahead and roll a save. It's some amount of AP. We'll find out. You only have a 4-up save. It's just 1, yeah. That fails. That fails no matter what. All right, now it's D3 damage. If we could roll 3 damage here, I'll be so psyched.
Oh!
I'm going to spend a CP. I only have 1 for this round because Ural Kraus is dead, but I'm going to spend it.
Oh, no. No.
So it's just a wound.
The dynamite got wet. He's been hanging on to it for so long.
His palms were really sweaty.
Yeah, they're really sweaty.
Yeah.
It just,
I mean...
It's old dynamite at this point.
Come on, man. Come on.
Aww.
You can't make that happen? Come on, man. All right. All right, and then your charge range, Carly, just to add insult to injury.
I think it
you
was
are
like
on
a
difficult
7.
terrain for what it's worth, but we'll
let's
see.
Just see.
Let's go ahead and roll it and see what happens. With a 6,
it's going to be close.
I don't know. Let's find out. So after double checking, and even with the difficult terrain, the 6 just, and I mean just gets within the inch there. So we'll have a combat there as well. Things are not looking good for the Genestealer Cults. That's all right, though, because we're going to take our movement phase next, and we'll see what we can do. Movement phase for the Genestealer Cult is complete. Noted heavy specialist Rouse Kraus has just moved up into this pocket here. We're out of combat from anyone. I didn't want to risk charging in. Unfortunately, he's got no targets this phase, but that's how it goes sometimes. Our banner bearer charged from down here, charging in to help support and potentially provide some much needed reroll ones to hit. Our Zealot, Xanthan, he stayed in here. He feels like he could probably kill, but we'll find out. And then our Heavy Stubber gentleman moved up this way. Just got to start trying to move towards those objectives. And everybody else was charged, so they stayed in. With that, we'll go ahead and go into the shooting phase, starting off with readied models. So we've got our sniper specialist here for the AdMech, and of course our leader. So where would you like to send them?
All right, well, so my leader is gonna shoot into this
Firing
guy.
crossover here.
See if he
Okay.
can...
So it is at long range, and he is obscured thanks to this crane. So it is going to be hitting on a 5.
Okay.
So a single shot hitting on a 5. No. Okay. We like that. That's good. So he's fired. He's done. Now we move on to your sniper specialist up here.
Yep.
And where is he going to fire?
I guess same.
Same target.
Because he has the best chance of taking him out, I guess.
Okay,
right?
so that's going to be 2 shots hitting on 3s there. Rerolling 1s because of that sniper specialism. Doesn't even need it. Both hit. Wounding on 2s. Oh, just barely. 6s to save here. Saves 1, but doesn't get the other one. So there you have it. Injury roll this time, looking for a 3-up because of that flesh wound. Gets it. He's out of action. You can go ahead and remove him if you don't mind. So that does bring the AdMech up to 4 points. Ouch, ouch. So now we go to non-readied models and player with initiative, which is going to be your combat specialist here, can fire into Xanthan. So 5 shots for him, hitting on 4s thanks to his flesh wound. Oh, did come in big because only 2 hits from that. So then now 4s to wound here because strength 3 to toughness 3. Oh, it's only 1 wound. Just need 1 5-up save. Xanthan, can you do it, buddy? Xanthan can. Yes, yes.
Xanthan can.
Xanthan can. Okay. All right, so with that, actually that's going to be it for the AdMech. They're going to be all fired because everybody else charged. So Rouse Kraus, like we mentioned before, has no targets, unfortunately. We do have a pistol here with Xanthan. He's going to fire 1 shot, hitting on a 4-up. No, not on a 1. All right, and then we have our Heavy Stubber here is going to fire all the way across into your leader. Now he moved. That is a heavy weapon, and you are obscured, so that's going to be 6s to hit. So 3 shots for the Heavy Stubber on 6s. Oh, we do get a hit. That's huge here if we can snipe out this leader. A 3 to wound, strength 4 to toughness 3. Whoa. Yes, a wound. That's what we need. It's going to be a single 4-up save for the leader.
Oh.
Just makes it. All right, and with that, we end the shooting phase and we move on swiftly into the fight phase. It is the fight phase. To start off the fight phase, we'll be doing the Litany of the Electromancer rolls. So let's start off over here with Xanthan. Let's see, does he get shocked? Looking for a 6 here. He does. He gets shocked. Oh my goodness. All right, and then now, so that'll take him to his injury roll. So go ahead and see if you take him out of action. No, it's just a flesh wound. Thank goodness. Holy cow. We're just gonna, no one's playing on these anymore, so let's just go ahead and remove them. All right, so then we'll move on down here to this gentleman. Does he get shocked? Looking for a 6? Oh, he does. Oh no. Injury roll. Oh, just a flesh wound again. Things are
spicy.
Things are getting real deadly here. Okay, let's go. Let's do maybe right here our banner bearer. Does he get shocked?
No.
No, thank goodness. How about Gwar? Does Gwar get shocked?
No.
No. And then last but not least, the anvil. Does he get shocked?
That was one. Oh.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
No,
I already
okay.
did 4.
All right, now that that's done, ugh, look at those flesh wounds. We can finally get to some actual scrap in here. So starting off with charging models with the player with initiative, it's going to be one of your infiltrators here. Carly, who would you like to swing with first?
Let's just go ahead and take care of this guy first. There's still, they got
You
beef.
can't swing him first. You have to swing one of your charging models first.
Okay. So I'm going to let's go after the Jolly Green Giant
Ooh,
first.
going into the anvil to start off with. All right, that's going to be 2 attacks hitting on 3s here. Both hit. All right, and then you're going to be wounding. That's strength 6 to toughness 4, so wounding on 3s and re-rolling 1s. Gets 2 wounds. 5 up saves from the anvil. Oh, he makes 1, so he only takes 1 wound, but luckily he's a 2-wound individual. So we'll just put a little wound on him, so he's fine. Now, my charging model, I do have one, thankfully. That's my banner bearer into your infiltrator. He's going to be using his Rending Claw. So we're going to be 3 attacks here, hitting on 3s. Oh, but he gets to reroll 1s because he's the banner bearer. Ooh, thank goodness I remembered that. Otherwise, people would have my head. Much like I'm about to take this infiltrator's head, 3s to wound thanks to Twisted Helix. It's only 1 wound, but that is at AP -4 thanks to being a Rending Claw. So you'll need 1 6-up save there for your bionics. Nope, you fail it. You failed it! All right, so he'll take a wound there, but he is a 2-wound model, so he'll be fine. All right, so your swing next with one of these 2 guys here.
Let's just go right down the line then.
Okay, going to swing him. All right, so you got 2 attacks with him, and do you want him to go both into either one of these models, or do you want to do 1 and 1, or how do you want to split it up?
Let's do 1 into... No, I'll just... I'll go after the guy with the tongue. The banner
bearer? Okay, so both attacks going into the banner bearer.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay, so that one misses, but then this 6 turns to 3 total hits. So go ahead and roll 2 more dice. So that one is a failed wound. That is... Or I'm sorry, no, you got one more. Because the 6 turns to 3 hits. So that's 3 wounds there. 3 wounds from him. 3 5-up saves from the banner bearer. No, not even close. Okay, so needs a single injury roll for him, looking for a 4-up. Oh, he's out of action. That's pretty horrid. I think the Genestealer Cults have lost at this point, but we're going to play out the fight phase at least.
Did he have a wound on him?
He's only one wound.
That's right. Oh.
They're all 1 wound except for the Aberrant.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. All right, so then I have no other charging models, so it's now just this guy into my blasting charge guy or demolition charge guy. So that's going to be 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, both hit, wounding on 2s, both wound, 5-up saves. 1 save, but 1 goes through. Damage 1 takes him to an injury roll, looking for a 4-up. It's out of action. Ouch. That's pretty bad. So now we drop down to non-charging models. So now we can finally go to this guy here, into Xanthan. So he's got 3 attacks because he's your combat specialist. Hitting on 4s thanks to the flesh wound. So that one fails, but those turn to 3 hits apiece. So that's 6 hits.
Oh my goodness.
So 6 die rolls here for wounds. Wounding on 2s, re-rolling the 1. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and pick all that up. And 5-up saves. It's a pretty good effort, but go ahead and do now 1 injury roll. Oh, it's another flesh wound. So he's got 2 flesh wounds. Maybe I can at least, for pride, take a few of these guys out. All right, now it's my crackbacks. It's looking dire right now, looking very, very dire for the Genestealer Cults, but maybe, just maybe, if we can roll well here, we can take you out of action and turn this game around. So let's just go straight down the list. We're going to start off with Xanthan. He's got 4 attacks. He's going to be hitting, now with 2 flesh wounds, he's going to be hitting on 5s. So 4 attacks, hitting on 5s. We do get a hit. Okay, this is, of course, with the Bonesword again. This is going to be wounding on 3s. Gets the wound. AP is -2 here, so need a 6-up save.
Oops.
Fails it on the 2. Injury roll, looking for a 3-up this time. Yes, out of action it is. Remove the model. He's gone.
Womp womp.
We'll take our little consolidate, which is not going to be very far thanks to difficult terrain, but there you have it. All right, now let's go into, let's do Gwar next. He's my combat specialist. He's got 3 attacks. He's hitting on 4s thanks to that flesh wound. Oop, almost dropped the camera. He does get a hit. Would have re-rolled the 1s if the banner bearer was still alive, but there you have it. 2s to wound. Gets the wound. Will you roll a save for me? It's AP -3, so that's a 6 you're looking for.
Oh.
Ouch. Needed that one to go through, but that's fine. So now the Aberrant, the Anvil, he takes his attacks, 2 attacks hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. Strength is 5. 6 now with Twisted Helix. So 2 wounds. That's AP -2, so make 2 6-up saves. Fail them both, so the first one, D3 damage, is 3 damage. That's what we like. Injury roll is an out of action with the 6. Okay, okay. Things are happening now. Maybe, just maybe, the Genestealer Cults can pull it back. So we've taken our consolidation moves here for the Genestealer Cults. We do have morale to do, which is going to be pretty worrisome. So right now we've got, for the AdMech, we've got 3 out of action out of your original 6, so no break test required because it's not more than half. And no flesh wounds for the AdMech, so no nerve checks either, which is unfortunate. For the Genestealer Cults, we've got 5 out of action and a 6th on a flesh wound, 7 even with Xanthan, so we do need to take a break check. On a 3, we're fine. So now we'll just go ahead and do nerve checks. Let's do for Gwar. He is probably going to be shaken. On a 1, a natural 1 for nerve checks always pass, so we're okay there. And now for Xanthan. Also, on a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, he's fine because he's leadership 8, so we pass our nerve checks in style. We like that. Perhaps all is not lost. If the Genestealer Cults play it well, we still might squeeze a victory out of this yet. So we'll go ahead into the initiative phase for round 3. But before we do that, Canticles of the Omnissiah.
Canticles of the Omnissiah. Speak to say that we shall re-roll hit rolls of 1 for models in the shooting phase.
Ah, yes. So Benediction of the Omnissiah is being canted. So reroll 1s to hit in the shooting phase. And with that, we'll take our initiative rolls. Genestealer Cults roll a 5. AdMech roll a 6. Oh my goodness, the AdMech have completely taken the initiative this entire game. We'll take our moves, we'll come right back. All right, we finished the movement phase for both teams here. It's gonna be a close one, no matter how you slice it. Genestealers needed to kill a few more models in their previous phase, but there you have it. So for the AdMech, once again, the sniper has readied up here. Mm-hmm. Now your leader moved down here, danger close in with Xanthan. Your one guy, he didn't move at all. He stayed in combat. And then he moved here to take some pot shots at some people. Thankfully for the Genestealer Cults, we advanced up this way. Once again, that difficult terrain really bogged us down, but we've made it at least a bit further. And then the Aberrant and Rauskraus, so the Anvil and Rauskraus, both advanced up this way, rolling a 1 and a 2, but thankfully for Twisted Helix gave us a little bit more room. Now they are out of line of sight from anyone, so they're at least safe this round from shooting. Thank goodness.
Now if you come around this way, you've got kind of this cinematic for the Grandsire banner going on with this shot here of the got sort of this here we go. Let's go for the. There they are, the gentleman behind, standing,
lines.
The star gods are nigh. Yeah.
All right, and then last but not least, Xanthan made a big old meaty charge here into your leader, getting behind you. Thankfully, even through the difficult terrain, rolled a 9, more than enough movement to get in behind the leader there. So hopefully we'll be all right. Just current standing of the score is, of course, the Admech with 6 points. And the way I count it, if I can get these two guys to escape, and if Xanthan can survive this combat and then escape, I can at least tie it there, and then it's all about whether or not this guy here and this guy here can survive. We'll find out. So that's it for movement, and coming up next, the shooting phase. So the shooting phase is going to be a relatively short one. Starting off with readied models, we of course have your sniper specialist here, whose only target is the heavy stubber guy right here. So that is going to be 2 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Once again,
you don't think that's obscured at all?
Well, no, because the gun is sticking out here.
Okay.
You know, it's just
All right.
it's just a straight shot. Unfortunately for me. Oh, can't re-roll the 2. Can re-roll the 1 though. Okay, it is a hit. It's going to be 2s to wound here, thanks to that arc rifle strength 6. It is a wound. I need a 6-up save. For the... Yeah, nope, not quite. Okay, injury roll, looking for a 4-up. Oh, it's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound, people. All right, then that's it for readied models there. We drop down to non-readied models. It will be your Flechette Blaster here from this guy into Gwar. So can Gwar withstand the brutal blows of pizza from the Flechette Blaster?
It's 5, right?
Yep, 5 shots, and he just has a wound, not a flesh wound, so it's going to be hitting on 3s, unfortunately for me. All hit. And those are going to be wounding on 4s, thanks to your strength of 3 and my toughness of 3. Oh, it's only 2 wounds. It's only 2 wounds. Let's see, can Gwar withstand the punishment? He can! He can! The Genestealer Cults may just win it this day. All right, that's actually going to be it for shooting for the Admech, because he has no targets and he has been charged. So I do have 1 pistol here to fire, hitting on a 5-up. He hits. It's an Autopistol. So strength 3 to toughness 3, so it wounds on a 4-up. Oh. We're moving swiftly into the fight phase, starting off with charging models. It is Xanthan. Now, I do have a command point that I've been sitting on, and I'm going to spend it here for gritted teeth. So Xanthan is going to ignore his 2 flesh wounds here. So he is a Zealot, he charged, so this is going to be 5 attacks. They're hitting on 3s now, thanks to gritted teeth, and they all hit.
Just say Zealot.
Twisted Helix and Zealotry combined there means Xanthan is strength 6 with his Bonesword. So wounding on 2s. Ooh, we get 4 wounds. So that's 4 wounds at AP -2. So that's going to be 4 6-up saves for your leader.
Oh my goodness.
Whew! Fails them all, so we go straight to injury roll. It is damage 1 for the Bonesword. So looking for a 4-up to take your leader out of action. So it's just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound, unfortunately, for the leader there. Those are his flesh wounds. We'll just leave that over there. We'll do that right there for his flesh wound. Well, whatever. We know it's there is the point. So with that, then we move down to non-charging models, starting off with the player with initiative, which is the Adeptus Mechanicus. Carly, who would you like to swing?
Yeah, Let's go ahead for this guy here.
Swinging the Infiltrator into Gwar. He's survived so much punishment so far. Can he do it again? That's 2 attacks from your Infiltrator, hitting on 3s. Ooh, it's just 1 hit, and no explosions here. 2s to wound, gets the wound, 5-up to save for Gwar. Oh, no. Injury roll, looking for a 3-up here because he has a flesh wound. He's out of action. That does make it 7 points for the Adeptus Mechanicus, meaning at this point that for the Genestealers to claim a victory, I do need every single model on the board to escape. So Gwar would swing next if that were a thing, but unfortunately he's dead, so we do move swiftly into your leader here. Your Vanguard Alpha attacks now. He's got 2 attacks, and he's hitting on 4s. He hits both times. Now he is a Strength 3 model to a Toughness 3 guy, so it would normally be forced to wound, but because he is a Vanguard, he has the rad saturation rule, I believe, so he decreases my toughness by 1, so he's actually going to be wounding on 3s now, as Xanthan is toughness 2.
Ooh.
Oh! Xanthan survives! That's exactly what we needed. Now, I will say you do have CP. You could re-roll those if you wanted. You could re-roll one of them if you wanted.
I mean, I'm sitting on some CP.
Yeah, you're sitting on 4. Right? Yeah. Ugh. So it's no save for Xanthan. So it's just your injury roll, because it's a power sword. And he's out of action. So with that, it is actually impossible for the Genestealer Cult to win. It's a complete and utter shellacking here, because while I could go ahead and put 4 points on the board in the following turn, what's the point? Yeah. It's an AdMech victory. Let's talk about it. So there you have it, an AdMech victory. How do you feel? You feel good? Oppressing these brave men of the Brotherhood of the Stolen Genes, the BSJ.
The BSJ.
Are you proud that you, like a jackbooted thug,
the power of the pizza, the
down?
Teenage Mutant Adeptus Mechanicus.
The pizza guns were too strong.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, when we made these lists, you know, I thought it was going to be fairly balanced. I really underestimated the taser goads because, my God, like that time with your combat specialist, you rolled the 2 6s. It's like,
yeah, well, I mean, that's still rare. You can't count on 2 6s. But,
yeah, but I mean, that's the thing with
the fact also
a list
that
full of them. It's like one of them over multiple rounds is going to hit that and just obliterate.
Yeah, well, I mean, their guns were nice too, you know.
Yeah, well,
shots,
against always, this, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, always a good feeling to pick up the 5 dice, and then you kind of have a,
Well, especially, you got that one round where it was like 5 hits, and you're just like...
you just can't do much with that, no matter how you're trying,
Yeah, and Ural Kraus, I will say that was like the biggest thing in my mind as far as like early game setups for like what went well and didn't was really bad cult ambush rolls. And then so that left like other members of the cult were supposed to advance up with Ural Kraus, but then he was out in front to get charged turn 1 to get killed turn 1.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I mean, definitely the fact that I got initiative every round. That really hurt you.
Round, yeah.
Then a couple of really key shots that you had to try to regain some footing. You rolled like the one on with
the ones on the injury rolls, like so, the dynamite, the reroll,
and the banner guy. Man. It's you had a couple of really key bad rolls, and with both initiative as well as those couple of big moves that you were trying to make, and so again, luck was not on the side of the Genestealers, I guess. Yeah.
But I mean, I think the mission was cool. I actually think
a cool mission. I recommend that one.
Yeah. Oddly enough, that mission, while it may seem like it's more difficult for the Genestealer cults, it does favor them in the way of like moving forward is what they want to do, and getting into combat is what they want to do. So like, it does kind of have an interesting balance with the points that way, because early on the offender is racking up these points by taking some out while you have none, but as soon as you've cleared out some guys, in theory, you have just a straight shot to all kinds of points if you
have the numbers still on the board. I mean, you had maximum, 20.
I have 10 models each, and then each one that escapes would have been 2 points. Yeah.
Right. So you had maximum 20 points to
Right, where
gain
your maximum was 10.
10 points.
I'm sorry, 11 points because the leader is worth 2.
Right.
So yeah, maximum 11 points for you could score, maximum 20 points that I could score. But it just didn't pan out because it's like I just couldn't capitalize. I will say too, now having gone through it, I 100% should have picked Scout Out Terrain for my scouting phase, because the traps didn't do anything. You only activated 1 out of the 3.
Yeah.
And then it's like I got bogged down in that. Because the thing is, so the one area of the difficult terrain that I was moving through on like this close side right here cost me 6 inches of movement for each guy. It's like if I'd been able to just zip right across that, oh my gosh, I would have been scoring my like escape points on turn 1, but I would have scored escape points on turn 2
sooner for sure.
and like I would have just flown across the board with the twisted helix. But
well, the reason I guess I kind of traded the idea of using the infiltrator thing, that I could kind of bypass the difficult terrain But
that's a really worthwhile
done that.
Yeah, that's a really worthwhile tactic as well. The like triple infiltrators in reserve, and then they come in, and then I mean, their shooting is pretty good with the flechette blasters. I mean, especially if you're not against like a toughness 3 team, like if you're against something like Space Marines with toughness 4. Or something like that, even if they just all shoot into one model, if they come in and just kill one model, I mean, that's still, that's value,
Yeah, right, because even if you can kind of just stay at a standstill, to some degree, even just me taking you guys out, if I can just keep you from moving or whatever.
Right. Still big, huge. Any other big thoughts about the game or the mission or the terrain or anything like that?
The board looks really cool.
Yeah.
That was a good mission. It was a little bit different to sort of have a different way of looking at how to play the game. It was fun to see the Admech and the Genestealer Cults go at it again.
Yeah, and hopefully there'll be a rematch in the works eventually here.
Yeah.
So Carly, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, and thank you all. Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure you hit a thumbs up and let us know down in the comments. And if you want to see these videos in your feed every week, make sure to hit that subscribe button right there. There's another video for you to check out, maybe if you want to see how I did the terrain. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.